Caro-Kann is simple, and it works even if your queen has trust issues and your bishop is socially anxious. It's simple, it's safe, it works at every level, and it stops those annoying "I attack you in 6 moves" YouTube gambits. Now it's time to respond like a bricklayer with a PhD in safety. Then they play this move, trying to take the whole board. You counter in the center. Congratulations, you build the wall. Your king is now 73% safer than he was 2 moves ago. We're going to learn the setup, the mission of every piece, how to punish aggressive players, and why world champions use this opening to frustrate even the best attackers. So hit full screen, it's time to become the most solid player in your entire friend group. What if white tries some stuff? Now let me introduce your army. These two are the wall builders. This knight is gonna go there. His targets, these 2 squares. This knight goes here or here. The light squared bishop, he must escape before playing this move. How about the dark squared bishop? He's the chill guy who develops after e6. The queen is the sniper, attacking these 2 squares. King is simple, you just castle, and you stay safe, because if you freestyle, you get checkmated. That's the law. Now your enemy has 3 possible missions he can choose from. They can push the pawn, or they can decide to takey las ponas. If you play a grandmaster, he will most likely play this knight here or here. But you don't have to learn both, because wherever they put this knight, you take this pawn. So this knight ends up here anyways. Mission 1, they push e5, trying to take space and bully you. This looks scary? It isn't. Do you see this one? Get your bishop out before it gets locked in. The move you'll see the most in your games is this. Just take it. And congratulations, you got rid of the bad bishop. Then your plan is super easy. I promise you the rest of this video is gonna be easy. Knight out to these squares. This knight rotates to this square attacking this bishop. If his bishop goes there instead, jump here. You don't fight right away. Starting today, you're a Caro-Kann player. You wait, you build, and when the time is right, c5 breaks the center. Below 1000 players who are angry with life could try this against you, because they just learned today the meaning of a double attack. But don't worry, give them this pawn. Do you see why? His queen is lost in 2 moves. Sad. Remember I told you a low elo mindset loves to snatch like a hoover anything in their way? This is the reason why below 1200 elo they will take your pawn, and you will always take back with the pawn. Now it's just a game of IDs. Equal position, if you stay solid, they'll crack first. If they feel adventurous that day, they'll try breaking your center like this. Are you scared? Cause I'm not. See this knight? He got implanted a microchip when he was born with a clear mission: guard this square. If they ever take this pawn, the knight gets activated. Do you see this pawn? He's our target now. But anyone who plays chess longer than 48 hours knows taking is just bad. 95% of the time, they'll put the knight here to put pressure on you. Now your plan is easy. Help the pony solidify your center. And this is how you develop your pieces. Develop naturally. Then take over in the middle game. This is the easy part. And don't forget, in the Caro-Kann, pretty much all the endgames, unless you totally screwed up the middle game, pretty much all the endgames are good for you, because you have a better structure in the center. And you have an amazing open column that you can use and start pushing these 2 pawns. But at the end, I'm gonna show you a real-life example of a game played between 2 players, so you understand our game plan. Remember your enemy had 3 missions to choose from? This one is the normal people opening. They just protect the pawn and play logical moves. Gross. Now look at this beautiful position. And your bishop is out before the gate closes. But now, they're probably thinking they'll win in 15 moves. They won't. White's plan? Get everything out and maybe checkmate you. So what's our plan from here? Your first mission is to not lose this bishop, because if you play this move, this bishop is lost. After their sneaky move, just create a little window. And now you can focus on developing normally. These are the natural squares of your pieces. You don't even need to get fancy. You just get your bishop out, castle kingside, and suddenly your king is chilling. You've got a safe king, good development, and 0 weakness. White, they better come up with something active, or they're just going to get outplayed slowly. And here's the beautiful thing. Once you've castled, and all your pieces are in place, you can break the center whenever you want. In the Caro-Kann, you're never passive. But if you play a 500 elo, he may think you're passive, but you're not. You're just waiting for them to mess up. And at 500 elo, you won't wait long. But wait, what happens if the enemy tries some weird move against us? This is the fantasy variation. We have a little surprise for him. Take it, because when he takes back, we have a trap in mind. Are we just giving him a pawn? People with low elo mindset love eating pawns. But now comes a legendary queen attack, and this move wins the rook. Okay, but what if the enemy actually spends time learning openings and cares about his health? Now we follow our game plan. Destroy his center if you can. If they're not attacking us, we develop the army. But careful. Do you see what I see? It's okay, don't worry. We follow the game plan. Below 2000 players love this move, but it's bad, real bad, because the goal of any piece in chess reaches max domination when she attacks and defends at the same time. Now let me show you how to use this in a real game. If you think the Caro-Kann with black is boring, you're gonna be shocked after this game. Because the guy with white, who's 1800, decides to play mission number 3 that you just learned. And I told you it doesn't matter if he puts the knight here or there, we're gonna be taking this pawn. So this knight will end up here, whatever happens. After this move, I showed you today bishop f5. You remember, with this variation and going back on g6. But in this game, the 1500 decided to play this. It's another variation, and obviously I can't show you all possible variations. You'll have to go and study by yourself if you want to see more about the Caro-Kann. I showed you the main lines. Because after this move, I mean, they could take. You usually take back with this pawn, and then you will put the bishop here and just castle, and it's pretty solid for black. You won't get crushed in the opening if they play this. But in the game, this guy played this. And this is a big mistake, because now you can already counter-attack with black playing this move and threatening to push and bother him. In the game, it went bishop g5, and now you're not going to believe what you're going to see, because in the next 3-4 moves the game is over. Here, you can just push the pawn. And you see what the problem is? This knight cannot come here or here. These squares are controlled. Putting the knight on this square is just absolutely horrible. So the 1800 here decided to take the knight, expecting his opponent to take back like this, and then moving the knight to this square. But like I told you before, life never happens the way you want it to be, so no surprise there. He didn't take the bishop, he took the knight. And now this bishop is attacked, this pawn is attacked, and this one. You're forced to actually save the bishop. So he moved the bishop, and now the 1500 found an amazing move. Rook takes pawn. And this is not what you think. Because after rook takes rook, which is the only move, he didn't take back the rook. That's a sort of rook sacrifice, but not really, because he first gave a check. And you're thinking, yeah, okay, that's dumb, because I do this in my games, I give a check, he covers, and then after I take the rook? No. The next move in this position is not taking this rook. The next move in this position is a queen sacrifice. Because when he takes, when a pawn arrives on the second rank, attacking a knight, and the square in front of him is empty, like this, well, this pawn is going to queen next. Because you could even put a queen here if you want to. I'm not gonna push, I just take the knight and promote to a queen. So there is absolutely no way to stop this pawn from queening on the next move. So he moved the knight, he promoted to a queen, tried this move, maybe something like rook d1 and trying to checkmate, for instance. But after queen h6, the long castle is not possible anymore. Because of this move, he developed the bishop. He did the same, and now he brought the rook. But after simply developing the knight, there is no possible checkmate anymore. And in case you didn't notice, black, with their tricks, won a piece. Black is a piece up. He tried to attack the bishop, but just retreating the bishop. You see how the Caro-Kann is? You win a piece, and then you put the boxing gloves, like Korchnoi one day told me. I was a referee for his match against Topalov, and he told me, I always accept pawn sacrifices, and then I put the boxing gloves. It's the same here. So few moves, after you win some material, the guy's gonna try to, you know, create some complications for you. But then, if you find the right moves, usually this just fades. And after this, white resigned.